What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. My name is Rock Soldier, and today we're going to be checking out Covered in Curses by Jake Hill off his latest album, Dying Lately. We are approaching the end of the album. I believe this is the third to last song, and it appears to be the shortest song on the album, so I apologize if the reaction is a little short, but that's consequently what happens when we're listening to a shorter track. So I'm super excited to check this one out, guys. We're going to hop right into it. Let's get it. Okay. Okay, so we're starting off here with another video game beat, and to be honest, so far this one just isn't kind of doing it for me as much as the last one was doing. Dead Summer, that is. But you know, that's okay. You know, I digress. As for the lyrics, man, I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward. He's basically just saying that he's covered in curses. You know, he might fuck around and lose his head. You know, things might get a little. You might go into like a panic attack almost, or like an anxiety attack, and kind of just not be thinking straight, kind of. And you know, he goes on to say, you know, wherever the worst is, I'm waiting for it to show me something, because a lot of people say, you know, and that like every bad thing or every failure that there's a lesson to be learned. And, you know, I truly believe that is the case. But I think what Jake is saying here is that he's just not seeing it, right? For whatever bad things he's been put through, he's just not seeing the lesson. He's not seeing the positive side to it, the what good came from it, you know. And then he goes on to say, you know, just leave me in this hole that he's dug, and, you know, don't try to save me, which I can't remember which track on the album specifically, but earlier in the album, he definitely talks about that, how he kind of likes to deal things at his own pace and, you know, often by himself, kind of seclude himself a little bit just until he can get his head wrapped around these things and whatnot. So, you know, I like what he's talking about so far. I'm interested to see where the beat goes,
Got some worries on my nightstand. It just hit me, I'm right in the middle of my lifespan. I don't wanna waste it, never been complacent. Waiting for the day, I hate the way that I've been chasing. I can't feel anything.
I like that, man. He said, hold up, man. I was just sitting there laying in bed one night when something hit me. I'm like right in the middle of my life. You know, I'm not gonna say Jake's halfway through, because I'm pretty sure Jake is still in his 20s. So you know, by any means, I would hope not that Jake is not halfway through his life. But you know, he's right in the middle of his life. You know, he's getting, you know, really getting into his prime and stuff, and you know, he's realizing that, you know, he's like, I hope what I've done so far hasn't been a waste, which, you know, I'm sure is something we all think of. You know, up to the point in our lives, we all stop and kind of reflect and be like, you know, has this been worth it and whatnot? Have I truly, you know, fulfilled what I wanted to so far up to this point? So obviously he's kind of contemplating that there a little bit, but he's also saying he just doesn't want to waste that chance. You know, he doesn't like being complacent, and that he's never been complacent. But he said he hates the way that he's been chasing. That he kind of just wants to do it differently, maybe more efficiently, maybe just like a different approach overall. But I just really like the way he put that.
Waiting for the day, I hate the way that I've been chasing. I can't feel anything anymore. Yeah, you can find me in the shadows. I'm climbing up the gallows. I'm hanging around till I waste away slowly, having a meltdown. Just drag me to hell now. I might fuck around and...
He said, but I can't. Basically, he says, you know, I want to chase my dreams, and you know, I hope everything hasn't been complacent, but at this current moment, you know, I'm not necessarily conflicted, but or like confused, but you know, he just goes on to say he can't feel anything. He's kind of like numb, right? And he's saying, you know, he can't feel anything anymore, and that he kind of just feels like a dead body, you know, so to speak. In that whole last part of that verse, he makes a lot of references to this, you know, someone being hanged. right? You know, climbing up the gallows and I'm hanging around till I waste away slowly, you know, and just having a meltdown drag me to hell now. So seems like he's definitely in a little bit of a battle with himself here mentally.
Shadows, I'm climbing up the gallows. I'm hanging around till I waste away slowly. Having a meltdown, just drag me to hell now. I might fuck around and lose my head. My hands are heavy, ready to panic, running right into the wall. Head first, I'm covered in curses. Wherever the worst is, I'm waiting for it. Show me something. I guess I'll hide in this hole that I made. Don't try and save me. I've been dying lately. Run along, just another sad song. Swear to God, this will probably be the death of me.
All right, so that was Jake Hill, Covered in Curses, and you know, I gotta be honest, guys, it probably wasn't my favorite track off the album. You know, like I was saying in my last video, the video game beats just really aren't my whole thing. I think Dead Summer did do it a little better, as compared to most video game beats that I've heard. But this one really just kind of didn't do it for me in terms of the beat. But I did like what he was talking about a little bit. Kind of seemed like he was like in a little bit of a conflict there, and kind of just putting his thoughts out onto the paper. You know, thoughts about, you know, what he's done in his life so far and kind of what he wants to accomplish, and kind of how he realizes that he's, you know, kind of he's in the middle of his life. He's, you know, in his prime. And so, you know, overall, I think this one was all right. I think it could have been better in my opinion, but I'm not an artist, so, you know, who really cares what I think, right, man? Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like, hit that sub button, hit that button, and we're dropping the next one, man. That's all I got for you guys for now. It's your boy Rock Soldier. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and we're doing better tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. All right, guys? Peace.